You've said that the journal's reporting on Theranos has been erroneous and, quote, grounded in baseless assertions. Could you get specific on the key points today, and starting with whether you're now at the point where you're only testing for one thing, herpes, using your proprietary technology? Is that correct?
It's not correct. And there's a lot of different elements of our work that have been conflated through these two pieces. The decision that we made to voluntarily submit all of our tests and test systems to FDA meant that we have to move as a company from the lab framework and quality systems to the FDA framework and quality systems. And our specific recent announcements around what we're doing with our nanotainer tube have to do only with the tube that we use to collect capillary or finger stick blood, and the decision that we made to take those tubes through the FDA clearance process. We've submitted all of our filings around those nanotainer tubes. That nanotainer was actually cleared by the FDA for use with our devices and software and first test that we took through the FDA for HSV. And now we're taking it through for use with any combination of tests. So once you submit those submissions, at a certain point, if you're going to transition from operating under the CLIA lab framework to the FDA framework to be compliant with the use of those nanotainers as an FDA-regulated device, you have to move to the FDA quality systems. And that's what we've just done.
So, but at this moment in time, then, you're not using those nanotainers for anything except the herpes test.
The nanotainers, you said technology initially, and Theranos has a lot of other technology, which is our devices and software and chemistries that have nothing to do with the decision to transition the tube.
So are you testing for other medical conditions using Edison?
So Edison is a code name that we had for one of our earliest versions of our devices. Theranos has many proprietary devices that we develop and manufacture ourselves. What is being referred to as Edison is one of them. Okay. And so we don't actually use the technology that's being referred to as Edison for anything, and haven't for a few years now.
So if I went to one of the centers and I got a pinprick, and I only gave that much blood, right? What tests are you currently able to perform for that blood using anything other than commercially available lab equipment?
So we have never used commercially available lab equipment for finger stick based tests. Okay. Every finger stick test that we have ever done uses proprietary Theranos technology that is not commercially available.
Okay.
Right now, because we're at a moment in time in which we've decided to transition from the lab framework to the FDA framework. I think about this kind of like if you have cars driving on a road and you say, okay, I'm going to take everybody from driving on the right-hand side of the road to the left-hand side of the road. The only way to do that is to pause, right?
Okay.
Cut over. And so as a result, because we have voluntarily decided not to use our nanotainer tubes until we cut over to the left-hand side of the road, which we now have the FDA quality systems in place to do this. We are not collecting the finger stick sample for anything except for HSV. That has nothing to do with what we can run on our devices in our lab. It has nothing to do with our tests. It has nothing to do with our testing methodology or the accuracy or performance of it.